Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ryan Awesome, and welcome to the Ryan Awesome Show. Now, before we get into the show, first off, man, if you haven't done this already, man, what are you waiting for, man? Hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. And right next to that subscribe button, there's a bell. Make sure you click on that bell so you're the first ones to know when my next video will come out because I'm here each and every single week. So make sure you hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. Hit the thumbs up. And if you're new here, hit the subscribe button. And then next to that subscribe button, there's a bell. You click on that bell. And when you click on that bell, you'll be the first ones to know when my next video is uploaded. And one last thing, don't forget to be awesome. So yeah, don't forget to be awesome. And yeah, man, sit back, chillax, grab something to eat, grab something to drink because you're watching the Ryan Awesome Show. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ryan Awesome Show. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ryan Awesome, and welcome to the Ryan Awesome Show. Now today on the Ryan Awesome Show, we'll be talking about AEW All Out. So this is the pay-per-view AEW pay-per-view All Out, man. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, was this a awesome show, man. Just like my last name, Awesome. Awesome show, man. Man, what a night, bro. What a night. What a freaking night. We had a lot of surprises and debuts, bro. Adam Cole, Daniel Bryan, or Bryan Danielson, whatever you want to call him, man. Ruby Soho showing up. You had Minoru Suzuki show up, man. But oh my gosh, man. So I was so happy to see Cole. I was so happy to see Cole and Bryan. Cole especially, man. Man, I was screaming on the top of my lungs, man. When I heard Adam Cole come out, his music played. You know, the light shut off, and then he came out to the ring, and I saw his face. I was like, yes. I was like, thank God. I was like, thank God he did not stay. That he did not stay with the WWE, and that he went somewhere else where he would be treated with respect. And he's here, man. He's here in All Elite Wrestling, man. Him and Daniel Bryan, bro. Like, man, this pay per view, man. This pay per view has to be one of the best pay per views of this year. Arguably one of the best pay per views this year. And then Punk coming back, you know, having his first match back in 7 years, bro. His first match back in 7 years, and you know he didn't miss anything. He didn't miss a step. Like he looked really good tonight. And yeah, man, the crowd too, man. The crowd was great. The crowd was really great, man. The crowd was into everything. They were into everything, and they brought it tonight, man. They brought it. But yeah, man, this is a nearly perfect show. A nearly perfect show. A nearly perfect show, bro. But man, shows like this is the main reason why I love professional wrestling, man. Like I really do. This is what we wanted, man. This is what we wanted for so long. This is what we wanted for so long. And we have it, man. AEW. Man, dude, I just can't wait. I just can't wait to see what's next for these guys. You know, everybody that debuted tonight. You know, like I can't wait, man. I cannot wait to see what happened with these guys. What exactly are they gonna do next? But yeah, man, that was AEW All Out, man. That was All Out. And yeah, man, if you haven't done this already, man, hit the thumbs up, man. What are you waiting for? Hit the thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, if you're watching this for the first time ever, you're watching the Ryan Awesome Show for the first time ever, hit the subscribe button. And then right next to that subscribe button, there's a bell. Make sure you click on that bell so you're the first ones to know when my next video is uploaded because I am here every single week, man. Tuesdays for NXT. We'll see about NXT. Wednesdays for AEW Dynamite. Thursdays for Impact Wrestling. Fridays for AEW Rampage. And Saturdays and Sundays are for the pay-per-views, whether it's WWE pay-per-views, AEW pay-per-views, or Impact Wrestling pay-per-views. And so yeah, man. So I did watch the buy-in, and for the buy-in, we had a 10-man tag team match, and it was the Hardy Family Office. That's Matt Hardy, TH2, Jack Evans, and Angelico, and Private Party. That's Isiah, Kassidy, and Marq Quen versus the Best Friends, Orange Cassidy, Chuck Taylor, and Wheeler, Yuta, and the Jurassic Express, Jungle Boy, and Luchasaurus with Marko Stunt in their corner. So yeah, man, this was a fun match, man. Really fun match. We had the crowd there chanting for Matt Hardy with his delete chants, and then they had a Luchasaurus chant. And so, yeah, the babyfaces, they took control of the match, the early parts of the match. And then we had a springboard crossbody to Yuta from Quen. So, yeah, that's when the heels started, when they took control of the match. And so at this point, we had a series of submission holds from everybody in the ring. And then we had Luchasaurus. He had broke up all the submission moves, so that was really funny. And so Luchasaurus, he took out all the heels by himself. And so, yeah, Hardy, he had chop blocked Luchasaurus from behind. And so that's when Private Party, they took out Luchasaurus. And so we had the most devastating kicks to Hardy to the Private Party guys and Matt Hardy from Orange Cassidy from behind. So he hit him with the most devastating kicks from behind. And so we had Chuck Taylor, he took out the heels. And then he hit a tope con hero to the rest of the Hardy family office. And so, yeah, we had Wheeler Yuta, he had a frog splash, a nice frog splash too, man, on Angelico. And he kicks out. And so, yeah, at this point, everybody was going back and forth, man. You know, can't keep notes in matches like this, man. And so the Private Party guys, they hit the gin and juice. They hit the gin and juice to Yuta. And then Orange, he had broke up the pin. And so Orange, he had took out the rest of the Hardy family office. And so Hardy, he hit the twist of fate to Orange. And then Yuta and Taylor, they took out Matt Hardy and Private Party. And we had a brain buster to Orange Cassidy, or to Isiah Kassidy from Jungle Boy. And so at this point, they were playing a pool of chicken. I think that's what they call it, a game of chicken, where they have one person holding another guy on their shoulders or something like that. And so it was with the Jurassic Express, and I think it was Private Party or one of the members of the Hardy family office. So yeah, I thought that was really funny, man. And so yeah, at that point we had the Blade. No, before that we had Luchasaurus. He was holding Jungle Boy on his shoulders, and so one of the Private Party guys tried to jump on Jungle Boy, and then the first time he missed it, and then another guy tried to jump up on Jungle Boy. He had caught one of the guys in midair with a power slam or a fallaway slam, a Spanish fly power slam. So that was really nice. And so at that point, yeah, the Blade tried to get involved in the match, and then Luchasaurus, he had threw Marko's stunt. He threw Marko's stunt right on top of the Blade. And so to end the match, man, we had a snare trap. We had the snare trap submission move to Angelico from Jungle Boy to win the match. So Angelico taps out. So therefore, Jungle Boy, the Jurassic Express, and the Best Friends win the match. And so right after the match, man, we had Jack Evans. He attacked Orange Cassidy. And so at one point, we had the Hardy family office. They had a pair of scissors, and they tried to cut off Orange Cassidy's hair. His hair. They tried to cut off his hair. And so, yeah, the Jurassic Express guys already left. And so they came back out with the rest of the other babyface tag teams. You had the Varsity Blondes. You had the Dark Order. I think number 10 and John Silver came out. You had Dante Martin came out. And the rest of these babyfaces, they came out to even up the odds, and they chased off the Hardy family office. And so, oh yeah, I forgot the Butcher. The Butcher came back. The Butcher returned. So the Butcher came back, and he helped the Hardy family office take out Cassidy, and that's when the babyfaces came out to even up the odds. So yeah, the Butcher is back. The Butcher is back, and I was wondering where was the Butcher? Where was the Butcher? And so yeah, man. And so yeah, the babyfaces took out the Hardy family office, or they chased off the Hardy family office, and that was it with that, man. That was it. Really fun match, man. A lot of cool spots in this match. And so yeah, that was it with the match. And so right after that, before we started the show, we had Dan Lambert. Dan Lambert with the Men of the Year, Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky, and the rest of his crew. the MMA fighters. And so yeah, Lampert he started talking for a little bit, and then we had the men of the years. The men of the year they started talking, and they said that the men of the year they're handsome, were handsome and dangerous. And so Sky he has said that they'll step out of their comfort zone and walk into the danger zone. And so Lampert he has said that he's going to give his guys instruction on who to take out. So he's putting the AEW roster on notice that there's a new crew, there's a new threat coming into AEW. So yeah, that was pretty much it with that. I'm a fan of Dan Lampert, man. I'm a fan of Dan Lampert being aligned with Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky. They look more legit. They look better with Dan Lampert on their side doing the talking, man. And so yeah, man. So that's it with that. And so that was it with the buy-in. So we had the main show. So the main show, we started off the show with the TNT Championship match, and it was Eddie Kingston, the Mad King Eddie Kingston, versus Miro, God's favorite champion. God's favorite champion, the TNT champion, the Redeemer, Miro. So yeah, so Eddie Kingston, he came out with a T-shirt and it said "Redeem these nuts." So that's exactly what he said on Rampage, AEW Rampage. He said "Redeem these nuts" to Miro. So brilliant move from Eddie Kingston by getting the T-shirt that says "Redeem these nuts," man. Really smart. And so yeah, the crowd started going crazy for Eddie Kingston. And so yeah, we had a "Redeem these nuts" chant from the crowd. So that was pretty funny. And so yeah, to start the match, Miro he tried to go for the accolade quickly, or the game over quickly. Like he tried to end the match quickly by going for the game over submission move. But Kingston he fought out of it. Kingston tried to hit the half and half suplex, but Miro dodged it, or he fought out of it. And so yeah, we had an eye poke to Miro, followed up by chops, machine gun chops from Kingston. And so Kingston hit an exploder suplex to Miro. And then Miro, he threw Kingston into the barricade. And then we had a big boot to Miro. And so Miro, he had a power slam. He had a power slam to Kingston in midair. So that was really nice, man. On the floor, on the outside ground. And so yeah, Miro, he ran. He had Eddie Kingston in his arms, and he just rammed him into the back of the. He rammed him back first into the ring post, and so that really had to hurt because I heard that. I heard the thud, man. Or the thump. I heard the thump, man. Like you heard it, man. So that it had to hurt. And so yeah, Miro he started biting Eddie Kingston's hand, and he started going after the hand. And so at that point, Miro he took control of the match, and so Kingston he started fighting back with chops and everything, and then a drop kick to Kingston, which was nice from Miro, man. Great height for Miro. And so Kingston he still trying to fight back, And so he had an insecurity kick to Miro, followed up by a Saito suplex. So that was one of his moves that Kingston said he was going for, the Saito suplex and the exploder suplex. And so yeah, both of these guys they're going back and forth with strikes. And then Kingston hit a Saito suplex to Miro, two Saito suplex to Miro. And so Miro kicked out of those. And so Kingston he tried to go for the spinning back fist, his finishing move, but Miro he avoided it, got out of the way. And so Kingston hit a tope suicida, or Excalibur said on commentary, the elbow suicida. And so Kingston hit a fisherman suplex to Miro, and he kicks out. And so Kingston at one point, they were in a corner, and then he accidentally pulled off the turnbuckle pad. And so yeah, he took off the turnbuckle pad while taking a German suplex. And so yeah, so the turnbuckle is exposed at that point. And so Miro he hit the Machka kick to Kingston. And so Miro he went for the game over submission move. So he hit the game over submission move to Kingston, but Kingston grabbed the bottom rope. And so the crowd was cheering for Kingston, like cheering him on. And so we had the spinning back fist. So Kingston hit his finishing move, the spinning back fist, and he followed up with a DDT. So the DDT was another move that he mentioned that he was going to hit on Miro. The DDT hit the spinning back fist, and then he hit a DDT. And so, yeah, Kingston went for the cover. He went for the cover. He went for the cover. And then the referee was focused on that exposed turnbuckle. And so, the referee, like it took him time to make the count and everything. And so crowd started booing. The crowd started booing the referee. And so you know, Miro had kicked out. Miro had kicked out. And if the referee was a little quicker on that, we would have seen a new TNT champion. But yeah, the crowd booed the referee. Crowd booed referee. And so the crowd started chanting, you effed up, and all that stuff. And so yeah, Kingston he tried to throw Miro into the exposed turnbuckle, but the referee had stepped in the way and blocked Kingston from doing the move because he would have got disqualified. And so the crowd started booing again, the referee. And so yeah, and then Miro, he had low blowed. He low blowed Eddie Kingston from behind. Low blow Eddie Kingston from behind, not from behind, but behind the referee's back, so that he hid the referee from seeing the low blow. So yeah, and then so in that, man, we had Miro hit the Machka kick to Kingston to win the match. So therefore, Miro wins the match and is still the TNT champion, still God's favorite champion. And so that was it, man. Really great match, man. Really great match. Great back and forth. The referee stuff was really funny, man. Like, like really funny stuff, bro. And just having him get booed in the match was really funny. And so yeah, man, that was it with that. And who's next, bro? Who is next for Miro? Who is next for Miro, and who will take that championship off of him? At this point, I don't even know. I don't think nobody will ever beat him for that title. Nobody. But yeah, at first, man, I thought we was gonna see Lana tonight. I thought we was gonna see Lana because he keep mentioning Lana, his wife, CJ Perry, whatever you want to call her. Like he keeps mentioning his wife, and so at that point, I thought she was gonna show up because you knew Eddie Kingston was not gonna lose clean. Like I knew it. I think everybody knew it that Eddie Kingston was not gonna lose clean, and I thought Lana was gonna show up. I thought Lana was gonna show up and cost Eddie Kingston the win. That's what I thought. But yeah, she will. Lana will be there. CJ Perry will be in AEW soon. But yeah, that was it with that, man. And Miro is still the TNT champion. And so yeah, so right after that, man, we had another match, and it was Satoshi Kojima versus Jon Moxley. So Jon Moxley is the new GCW champion. I had to add that in. He beat Matt Cardona at that GCW event. And so yeah, speaking of GCW, Moxley, he was wearing a GCW hoodie. And so we had a GCW chant from the crowd, from the Chicago crowd. And so yeah, we started off the match. Kojima, he wanted to shake Jon Moxley's hand, but Moxley gave him the finger, the big FU. And so yeah, both of these guys, they were going back and forth with strikes. And then we had an over the top rope crossbody to Moxley. And so at that point, the crowd was split 50-50. You had half of the crowd cheering for Kojima, and you had the other half of the crowd cheering for Moxley. And so we had a tope suicida to Kojima, and then Moxley, he targeted Kojima's hand, and then we had the machine gun chops, or the chops to Kojima, and then follow up by the machine gun chops. So we had the machine gun chops to Moxley, and then we had a diving elbow drop to Moxley, and Moxley kicks out. And so that's Kojima. He usually finishes off his opponents with that move. Usually he finishes off his opponents with that move. But yeah, Moxley kicks out. And then like I think with that elbow drop, man, Kojima, he used all his weight. He used all his weight when he hit that elbow drop because he landed right on his on Jon Moxley's midsection. So yeah. And so yeah, we had the Saito suplex to Kojima. And so Moxley and Kojima, they were biting each other in the face and all that stuff. And then we had a superplex to Moxley. And then a DDT to Moxley on a ring apron. And then Kojima hit another DDT in the middle of the ring to Moxley, and he kicks out. And then we had the cross arm breaker. So Moxley tried to go for the cross arm breaker, but Kojima put his foot on the bottom rope. And so we had a brain buster to Kojima. And, you know, Kojima, he took his time by taking the cover. Or he took his time by making the cover. And so Moxley kicks out. He kicks out. And so Moxley hit the German suplex on Kojima. And then both of these guys, they were going back and forth. And we had Kojima, he hit the Koji cutter. He hit the Koji cutter on Moxley, but he does not go for the cover, which is his mistake. He usually finishes off his opponents with that Koji cutter. Usually it's the elbow drop, the Koji cutter, and that Koji lariat is the three moves that he usually finishes off his opponents with, but he did not go for the cover. And so yeah, both of these guys again going back and forth for strikes. Crowd is split again, 50-50. And then we had a lariat to Kojima, kicks out. And then Moxley locked in a bulldog choke to Kojima, and he put his foot on a rope. And then we had a series of kicks to Kojima, and then Kojima started fighting back at that point. And so Moxley, he had 2 paradigm shifts. He had 2 paradigm shifts to Kojima to win the match. So Jon Moxley wins the match. And right after the match, man, we had Minoru Suzuki from New Japan Pro Wrestling. So first off, his music played. The crowd was going crazy. And so Suzuki came out to the ring, and the crowd, you know, as I said earlier, the crowd was going crazy. They were singing along to his theme music. And so we had a holy chant from the crowd. And so, yeah, both of these guys, they were standing face to face. Moxley and Suzuki were standing face to face. And so, yeah, both of these guys, they were beating the hell out of each other with elbow strikes, back and forth, going back and forth. And so, yeah, Suzuki hit him, and then Moxley hit him back. And so both of these guys, they were going back and forth with elbow strikes. And then both of these guys, they were laughing. They were laughing at each other while they were beating each other up. So that was really cool, man. And so, yeah, Suzuki, he had locked in a chokehold to Moxley and all that stuff. And then to end that, man, to end their standoff and everything, we had Suzuki hit the Gotch style power driver, to Moxley. And so that point, the crowd was going crazy, bro. And so, yeah, man, that was it with that, man. That was it with the match. I love everything about this, bro. I love all the matches on this show, man. Except for the QT Marshall and Paul White match. But other than that, man, I loved everything about this. I love everything about All Out, bro. Really did. And so, yeah, man. And the Suzuki surprise was really cool, too, seeing Suzuki. And so, yeah, man. And, yeah, they did made it a match. So it will be Jon Moxley versus Minoru Suzuki on Dynamite. So that should be really good, bro. Can't wait. And so, yeah, man, that was it with that. Really good match, man. Really good match. And so right after that, we had the AEW Women's Championship match. And it was Kris Statlander with Orange Cassidy in her corner versus Dr. Britt Baker, D.M.D., who is the AEW Women's World Champion, with Rebel and Jamie Hayter in her corner. And so, yeah, Dr. Britt, she tried to end this match quickly. She went for the lockjaw on Statlander, but Statlander fought out of it. And so Statlander, she had booped Britt Baker's nose with Britt Baker's own hand. And so we had a draping swinging neckbreaker to Statlander. And so at that point, Statlander's out of the ring. We had Rebel and Hayter. They were outside of the ring getting ready to attack Statlander, and Orange Cassidy had stepped in their way, you know, trying to stop them from taking out Kris Statlander. And so, yeah, we had a curb stomp to Statlander on a ring apron. And so we had Statlander, she started fighting back with strikes and chops and corner strikes. And so we had a sling blade to Statlander. And then Baker tried to go for the stomp again, but Statlander, she dodged it. Statlander did. And so we had a version of the Falcon's Arrow. So Statlander, she had like a version of the Falcon's Arrow to Baker. And so we had a DDT to Statlander. She kicks out. She spiked her with that DDT, bro. I'm telling you, she spiked her with that DDT. And yeah, we had a super kick to Statlander. And so Rebel from outside of the ring, she had gave Dr. Britt the glove, you know, signaling that she's gonna do the lockjaw. And so, yeah, so Statlander, she tried to go for the Big Bang Theory, her finishing move, the Big Bang Theory, but Baker fought out of it. And then Baker, she had a flatliner to Statlander in a turnbuckle. And so Statlander, she had a superplex on Baker. So that was brutal, man. She muscled her up with that superplex, and they landed bad, man. Ouch. And so, yeah, the referee went to go check on Baker, man. And so Statlander, she went for the Area 451 splash, but she missed it. She missed the 451. And so Baker, she locked in the lockjaw, or she halfway had it locked in. And so Statlander, she fought out the lockjaw. And then Statlander hit the scissors kick to Baker, kicks out. And so, yeah, we had a "This is awesome" chant from the crowd. It was, man. And so Statlander, she was on the ring apron. She tried to go for a pendulum moonsault, but she missed it. She went splat, man. She went splat on that floor, on the outside floor, splat. And so yeah, we had a curb stop to Statlander, and so yeah, the referee was counting to 10, and Orange Cassidy outside the ring, he was yelling at Statlander to get up. So that was surprising, man. Surprising for Orange Cassidy because you usually don't hear him talk. Usually don't hear him talk that much, but he talked. And so yeah, corner kicks to Statlander, and then Baker, she shoved the referee out of the way at one point. You know, because the referee tried to back Baker away from it because she can get disqualified. But you know, Baker wasn't having it. She just shoved the referee out of the way. And so yeah, man, we had a Panama Sunrise. We had a Panama Sunrise, or what the commentary team said, the Pittsburgh Sunrise to Statlander. I wonder who she got that from. I wonder who she got that from. And it's a guy that made his debut tonight. But yeah, shades of Adam Cole, man. Shades of Adam Cole. I popped for that move. I popped. She hit it beautifully, man. She hit that. She executed that move perfectly. The Panama Sunrise or the Pittsburgh Sunrise, whatever you want to call it. That was C's Planet. That was C's Planet. I'm telling you, bro, that was C's Planet. Everything that happened at the end of the show, man. So yeah, but Statlander, she kicked out of this. Statlander kicked out of that move. She kicked out of the Panama Sunrise or the Pittsburgh Sunrise. And so yeah, we had a curb stomp to Statlander, and she also kicked out. And so Baker, to end the match, man, she locked in a lockjaw. She locked in a lockjaw to Statlander to win the match. So therefore, Dr. Britt Baker, D.M.D, wins the match and is still the AEW Women's World Champion. So yeah, that was it, man. Really cool, man. Awesome match, bro. Awesome match. And yeah, just like what I said before, man. Just like what I said before, I popped for that Panama Sunrise spot. I really did. It was nice. And so yeah, man. And at the time I was asking, man, who is next for Baker? We found out. We found out later on tonight. And so yeah, right after that we had Alex Marvez. He interviews Andrade El Idollo backstage with Chavo Guerrero. And so Marvez, he had explained, the issue with Pac, not being able to show up on All Out tonight because of his travel issues and everything. And so Andrade, he wasn't happy about it. He thought that he and Chavo thought that Pac was afraid to show up. So that's why he didn't show up tonight. And so yeah, that was pretty much it. And so they moved the match to Rampage. So yeah, they moved the match to Rampage. So yeah, we'll see it at Rampage. I really wanted to see it tonight, man. But we have to see it at Rampage. But yeah, that was it with that. And so right after this, man, we had the AEW World Tag Team Championship match. AEW World Tag Team Championship Steel Cage match. So this was, oh my gosh, man, one of the matches of the night. Like, dude, if you were to ask me which match was the match of the night, dude, honestly, dude, I couldn't tell you. I could not tell you. I couldn't, man. I couldn't tell you. But yeah, man, this is a really good match, bro. I love this match. And so yeah, we had Lucha Bros. We had the Lucha Bros. That's Pentagon and Rey Fenix with Alex Abrahantes in their corner versus the Young Bucks. That's Matt and Nick Jackson, who are the AEW World Tag Team Champions, with Brandon Cutler in their corner and Don Callis on commentary. And so yeah, man. First off, man, we had the Lucha Bros. They were being sung to the ring by the person that sing their song. So that was really cool, man. And the ring gear was really nice too, man, by the Lucha Bros. And so the Young Bucks that came out, we had Nick Jackson. Parts of his beard was dyed. Like he had this section of the beard was dyed like blonde and everything. So I thought he looked really funny, man. And so yeah, we had a Cieto Miedo chant from the crowd, and then both of these teams, they're going right after each other. And so the Bucks, they tried to escape the cage. And so they reminded us on commentary that you can't escape the cage to win a match. You cannot escape the cage to win a match. It's only pinfall or submission. And so yeah, so both of these teams going back and forth. Super kicks to the Bucks. And then Lucha Bros, they started throwing the Bucks into the cage, over and over and over again. And so they try to run into the Bucks on the cage, but the Bucks had moved out of the way. And so the Lucha Bros ran right into the cage. And so yeah, at that point, that's when the Bucks took advantage of the match. And so Matt, he had powerbomb Phoenix on a cage, into the cage. And so we had a PK kick to Pentagon from Rey Fenix. I mean, not from Rey Fenix, really. from Nick Jackson. And so Matt, he started choking Phoenix with a chain. Where did he get a chain from? I don't know, but he choked him with a chain. And so yeah, the Lucha Bros were fighting back. We had a backstabber to Matt from Penta, and then Phoenix, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Phoenix, dude, I don't understand how does he pull stuff off like this? Like he left off the cage, and just hit a move on one of the Bucks, man. That was really cool. And so yeah, we had a series of cutters from everybody, man. RKO, a diamond cutter, or cutter, whatever you want to call it, man. It was a cutter city, man, from everybody. Everybody was hitting each other with the cutters. And so we had a double cutter to the Bucks from Phoenix. And so yeah, we had a "This is awesome" chant from the crowd. Indeed it was, bro. Indeed it freaking was. And so a German suplex to Phoenix from Nick on a ring apron. And so we had a assisted senton bomb to Pentagon from Nick. And so we had the Indie Taker. We had the Indie Taker to the Indie Taker senton combo to Pentagon from the Bucks, and he kicks out. And so the crowd started cheering for the Lucha Bros. They were pro Lucha Bros tonight. And so the Bucks, they had missed the BTE trigger and ended up hitting each other in the patella. And so we had a pop-up low blow, man, to Phoenix from Matt Jackson. So I thought that was really funny. How you had a pop-up, I seen a pop-up power bomb, a pop-up uppercut, a pop-up elbow strike, but we have a pop-up low blow. Really funny, man. And so Matt, he had low blow Penta. And so we had a more bang for your buck to Phoenix from the Bucks. And so Penta stopped the pin. And so at that point, man, Don Callis, he was losing his mind. He was losing his mind on commentary. Like he was getting nervous. He was jumping up and down off his seat. You know, at one point he took off his headset. And so they had to hold him back like, hey, you cannot go to the ringside. And so yeah. And so the Bucks, they lawn darted Phoenix into the cage. And so Brandon Cutler, who was outside of the cage, he threw like a bag. He threw like a bag into the ring for the Bucks. And so the Bucks had to open up this bag, and they had like a shoe. They had like a shoe, and it was a shoe that had thumbtacks on the bottom of the shoe. And so yeah, they were getting ready to use the shoe. Well, Matt was getting ready to use the shoe, so Matt put the shoe on his left foot. And so they were about to hit Phoenix with it. They were about to hit Phoenix with the thumbtack shoe. And so Pentagon, he had stepped in the way. He wanted to take the bullet for his brother. And so Pentagon, he ended up taking the bullet for his brother. And so the Bucks, they started, shoving Pentagon's face into the thumbtack shoe. And then Nick had kicked Pentagon's face into the thumbtack shoe. So that was really brutal. And then parts of his mask got caught in the thumbtack. So that was my God. And so at that point, man, yeah, Pentagon, he was bleeding all over his face. He was bleeding inside of his mask, and you saw the blood coming from inside of the mask onto outside of the mask. And so yeah, man, we had a poison Rana. To Phoenix, and so we had a BTE trigger to Pentagon, and then Phoenix had stopped the pin. And so if Pentagon was not there, man, or if Phoenix was not there, that would have been it. That would have been the end of the match, and the Bucks would have been still the tag team champions. But Phoenix stopped the pin, and so the crowd was going crazy. Crowd wanted Lucha Bros to win this match. And so yeah, crowd was cheering for the Lucha Bros, and Phoenix started fighting back. He hit the Bucks with the thumbtack shoe. And so we had the Black Fire Driver. They called it on commentary the Black Fire Driver to Matt Jackson from Phoenix. And he kicked out. And so at that point I thought he had him right there. That would have been it. And so yeah, we had package power drivers from the older brothers. The older brothers on each team. So we had Matt hit the package power driver on Phoenix, and we had Pentagon. He hit the package power driver on Nick. So, and we had two of the older brothers. We had the older brothers going at it. So Matt, of course, is the older brother of the Bucks, and Pentagon is the older brother of the Lucha Bros. So both of these guys are going back and forth. So the battle of the older brothers. And so yeah, so we had a top rope Canadian destroyer to Matt Jackson from Pentagon. So that was freaking cool, man. I loved it. And so yeah, at that point everybody was bleeding. Nick was bleeding, Pentagon was bleeding, Phoenix was bleeding. Matt, I think, was the only person who wasn't bleeding. I think he was bleeding from his body or something like that. But yeah, everybody was bleeding. And so yeah, both of these guys they're going back and forth with strikes and chops and super kicks. So we had a super kick party from everybody, bro. And so yeah, and then they were still going back and forth. They were still going back and forth with strikes and everything. And so the crowd started chanting AEW and all that stuff. We had a Mexican destroyer to Nick from the Lucha Bros, and then Matt stopped the pin. And so Phoenix, he went to the top of the cage. He went on the top of the cage. And so it looked like he was about to go for a top rope move or the top cage move. And so, yeah. And so Nick, he had followed him. So Nick had followed him. So, yeah, so he tried to hit it like a diving move on the Bucks. He tried to hit like an assisted move on one of the Bucks. And so Nick had went to the top two. And so he had knocked Nick off of the cage or something. Or, yeah, he had knocked him off the cage. And so, yeah, we had a diving cross body to the Bucks and on Pentagon. So he actually took out his own partner with that top rope dive or the top cage dive. And so we had to end the match. We had an assisted DDT to Nick to win the match, and that was it, man. So the Lucha Bros wins the match and are the new, new AEW World Tag Team Champions. And so yeah, man, that was it with that, man. That was it. That was it with the match, man. So we have new AEW World Tag Team Champions. New AEW World Tag Team Champions. Just like what I said before, man. I love this match. Awesome match. Really great match. And both of these teams, man, they know each other really well. They know each other really, really, really well. And to be honest, man, I was shocked. I was shocked that the Lucha Bros won. I was shocked that they won the match because I thought they were gonna win the titles. Yes, I thought they were gonna win the titles, but I thought they were gonna win it when they were aligned with Andrade El Idollo. You know, because the whole deal with Chavo saying that if you keep aligning yourself with Pac, you're not gonna become champions. But if you align yourself with Andrade El Idolo, you'll become champions. But yeah, I just would have thought I thought they would have just fit well together, man. Andrade and the Lucha Bros. But right now we're not gonna see them. We're not gonna see them as champions, or not gonna see them together. But yeah, man. Yeah, this is a great match, man. Really great match, and probably match of the year. Probably match of the year when it comes to tag teams. Probably match of the year. And so yeah, man. We have new AEW World Tag Team Champions, new AEW World Tag Team Champions. So that means that that Lucha Bros they have a lot of competition. There are a lot of heel teams that they can go after. A lot of heels and babyface tag teams they can fight. It could be the Bucks again. It could be FTR versus the Lucha Bros. Oh my gosh, dude, take my money. And you can even do Santana and Ortiz versus the Lucha Bros again. You know, they have history. They have a history in Impact Wrestling. So yeah, I wouldn't mind to see that again. So yeah, man. Or the Lucha Bros versus the Jurassic Express. You can see that. We could do that again. Or the Lucha Bros versus Private Party, or any team in AEW. Or you could bring some teams from different promotions from New Japan or Impact or all these other places that they are partner up with. You know, yeah, the Lucha Bros are the tag team champions, much deserved, much deserved. But whoever take those titles off of them, man, is either going to be FTR or Santana and Ortiz. It's going to be one of these teams that's going to take those titles off of them. But not right now. Not right now. We're not going to take the titles off of them right now. But, when the time comes, those are the teams that I want to see them drop the titles to. But, yeah, it most likely will be Santana and Ortiz since they haven't had that gold yet. But, yeah, man, so that was it with that. And so right after that, man, we had the Women's Casino Battle Royale. And so yeah, so our first group were the clubs. So our first suit that was drawn was the clubs. So the members of the clubs were Hikaru Shida, Sky Blue, who is a hometown girl, Sky Blue, Emi Sakura, the Bunny, and Abaddon. So yeah, I can't take notes in a match like this either. All I can tell you is who got eliminated and all that stuff. So yeah, so Sky Blue got eliminated by Abaddon, so the crowd had booed Abaddon because they eliminated the hometown girl and Sky. And so yeah, so Blue, it was a nasty landing for Blue, man. She landed splat. Like she hit hard on that mat outside the ring. And so yeah, the Bunny eliminated Abaddon, so Abaddon got eliminated right after that. And so yeah, the Bunny eliminated Abaddon. And so our next group that came out was the Diamonds. So we had Anna Jay, a returning Anna Jay, Kiera Hogan, Kylan King, Diamante, and Nyla Rose. And so Diamante and Hogan, they started working together. You know, they're a real life couple, so they working together. And so Emi Sakura got eliminated by Hikaru Shida. And so Kiera Hogan got eliminated by Nyla Rose. And then Kylan King got eliminated by Nyla Rose. And then Hikaru Shida got eliminated by Nyla Rose. So this is Nyla Rose's third elimination. And so the crowd had booed that Shida got eliminated because Shida was one of the favorites. And so, yeah. And then Rose and Diamante, they started teaming up for a little bit, and then they ended up turning on each other. And so, yeah. And then our next group that came out were the Hearts. So we had Thunder Rosa, also another favorite, Thunder Rosa, Penelope Ford, Riho, Jamie Hayter, and Big Swole. And so first off, we had Jamie Hayter. She eliminated Riho. And then Big Swole eliminated Diamante. And then Jamie Hayter eliminated Big Swole. And then Swole and Diamante. Right after Swole was eliminated, we had Diamante and Swole. They are fighting outside the ring because they have issues. They have beef on AEW Dark. So they're fighting outside the ring. And so our next group that came out were the Spades. So we had Ty Conti, Red Velvet, Legit Layla Hirsch, Jade Cargill, and Rebel. And then Rebel got eliminated by Red Velvet. The Bunny got eliminated by Anna Jay. And then Penelope Ford eliminated Anna Jay. And then Jade Cargill eliminated Layla Hirsch. I thought that was really cool, man. The way that Jade Cargill eliminated Layla Hirsch. Like she picked them up in a military press, and just threw her outside of the ring on top of everybody, on top of, you know, everybody that was eliminated, Anna Jay, and, you know, Red Velvet, and on top of the referee. So yeah, so Cargill eliminated Layla Hirsch, and so at that point, yeah, that was the last group that came out, and so everybody was waiting for Ruby Soho. Everybody knew who it was gonna be the Joker. Everybody knew who the Joker was, and so they started chanting Ruby Soho, like Soho, Soho, Ruby Soho. And so yeah, we had the Joker. The Joker came out, and it was Ruby Soho. So yeah, so the crowd started popping. I was excited to see Ruby Soho. And so yeah, so Ruby Soho is all elite, man. She's all elite. And so Jamie Hayter got eliminated by Jade Cargill, and then Red Velvet got eliminated by Jade Cargill. So this is our second elimination, or our third elimination rather. And then Jade Cargill got eliminated by Nyla Rose, and so the crowd booed. And so Penelope Ford got eliminated by Ty Conti, and then Nyla Rose got eliminated, or Nyla Rose eliminated Ty Conti. And so, yeah, we had the final three. We had Soho, Rosa, and Rose were left in the match. And so Rosa and Soho, they double team Rose. So that's really smart, taking out the big threat. And so we had a Samoan drop to Rosa from Rose. And then we had a Ruby Soho chant from the crowd. And then Rose eliminated. So Nyla Rose got eliminated by Thunder Rosa. So the crowd started cheering. And so we had Thunder Rosa and Ruby Soho as the final two. So whoever wins this match are the #1 contender for the AEW Women's Championship. And so yeah, both of these ladies, they were going back and forth with strikes. And so at that point, they were fighting on the ring apron, and then the crowd is split 50-50. And so Ruby Soho eliminated Thunder Rosa with a riot kick on the ring apron. So therefore, Ruby Soho wins the match and is the new #1 contender for the AEW Women's Championship. So yeah, so she's the new #1 contender for the AEW Women's Championship. So Ruby Soho wins the match, and the crowd was singing along to her theme music and everything. And yeah, man, Ruby Soho is all elite, and it is great to see Ruby Soho, man. Great to see her. Like she never got an opportunity in WWE. Never even held championship gold in WWE, which is a shame. Which she never held a championship in WWE. Period. Not even in NXT. Yeah, man. They dropped the ball with her, bro. In WWE, dropped the ball with her. But in AEW, man, they would treat her with respect. They would treat her with respect. They would treat her with respect, man. I'm telling you. And as for the AEW Women's Championship, with Dr. Britt as the champion. I don't know if they're gonna take the title off her yet. I don't know. Maybe they will. Maybe they will take the title off her. I don't know. But yeah, I don't think right now they're gonna take the title off her, but maybe later along the line. But probably not right now. But yeah, man. So yeah, yeah, great to see her, man. Great to see Ruby Soho. Great to see her, and she looked happy, man. She looked happy to be there. Happy to be there. And so yeah, I just can't wait, man. I just can't wait to see what's next for these people, man. That's next for these people that debuted tonight. I just can't wait to see. I just can't wait to see what's next for these guys and gals. And so yeah, man. So that was pretty much it with that. So Ruby Soho wins the match, and it's the #1 contender for the women's championship, the AEW Women's Championship. And so for our next match, we had MJF versus Chris Jericho. So first off, man, we had the Jericho Countdown back in the day. So the crowd had popped for that. They marked out. I marked out too. So the crowd had marked out. And so yeah, they had the countdown from the 10, countdown from 10 and everything. And so once we got to 0, we had another Titantron that showed up. It said Jericho's last match. And so the crowd had booed. So we knew it was MJF. And so MJF music started playing and everything. MJF is a freaking prick, man. I'm telling you, man. Oh my God, man. Dude is a freaking a-hole, man. He is. And so yeah. So yeah, the stipulation of this match is if Jericho loses the match, then he will never wrestle again. Yeah, the stipulation was if he loses, then he'll never wrestle again. And then the commentary team said that he'll never wrestle for AEW again. But yeah, but he'll never wrestle again. And so yeah, so Jericho came out to the ring. He was being played by his guitarist, the guitarist of Fozzy, by his Fozzy mate, the guitarist. And so yeah, the crowd started singing along to the theme music, but the only problem was the crowd was a little off key. I don't know if the guitarist was playing too fast or the crowd was singing too slow. The singing was a bit off. It was a bit off tonight. But yeah, so yeah, MJF he had took Jericho's jacket and started started wiping his butt with it. Like he just took a dump. He just wiping off after it. And so yeah, and then MJF he had teared up a fan's poster. So I thought that was funny. And so yeah, so both of these guys they were going back and forth. And then Jericho he tried to lock in the walls of Jericho on MJF, but MJF he had turned it into an inside cradle. And then Jericho kicks out. And so both of these guys they were fighting in the crowd. And then Jericho he had threw a stand at MJF's head. And so yeah, we had a springboard drop kick to MJF. And then Jericho went for a baseball drop kick or a baseball kick or baseball drop kick, whatever it's called. And then MJF had blocked it and took advantage of it. And so MJF he had an arm breaker to Jericho, and we had a stupid idiot chant to MJF. And so yeah, MJF he started biting at Jericho's hand, so that was disgusting. And so the crowd started chanting "F you" to MJF. And so at that point, Jericho was fighting back. He had a bulldog facebuster to MJF, and then MJF started going after Jericho's bad arm. And so MJF started strutting, so he started showing off and everything. And so MJF he hit the heat seeker. He hit the heat seeker to Jericho on the ring apron. And he usually hit it in the inside of the ring. He usually hit it inside of the ring, but he hit it on the ring apron outside of the ring. And so yeah, so Jericho, man, he spiked on that pile driver, man. And so yeah, so Jericho was out of the ring, and the referee was counting to 10. And so Jericho he made it back into the ring at 9.5 because at first when the referee was counting, Jericho did not move. He was not moving, and so Jericho he barely made it back into the ring. And so MJF he went for a outside moonsault, but he missed it. And then Jericho hit a pop-up powerbomb to MJF on a ring apron. So I wonder who he got that from. His former best friend Kevin Owens. The same move that he had on Jericho when he turned on Jericho on that Monday Night Raw when they had that festival of friendship episode, and he turned on Jericho and hit the pop-up powerbomb on the ring apron. But yeah, shades of his former best friend Kevin Owens. And so yeah, so both of these guys they were trading strikes, and then MJF hit a code breaker to Jericho in midair, and then MJF kicks out. And so yeah, one thing I picked up, the commentary team did not pick up on it. The code breaker in midair. They just said it was a knee. What a knee strike. And so yeah, but yeah, it was a code breaker. It was a code breaker in midair. And so we had the lion salt. We had a lion salt to MJF and he kicks out. And we had a "You Still Got It" chant to Jericho. And so yeah, Jericho is fighting for his life, fighting for his career. And so yeah, top rope power bomb to Jericho. So Jericho tried to go for a top rope hurricanrana, but MJF turned it into a power bomb in midair. And so both of these guys, they were hurt. MJF hurt his tailbone, and Jericho, of course, was hurt from the power bomb. And so Jericho ended up kicking out of the move. And then MJF, he started biting at Jericho again. And so we had a diving code breaker. So Jericho, he jumped off the second rope and hit a code breaker on MJF. And then MJF kicks out of the move. And then at that point, Wardlow had came out representing the Pinnacle, Wardlow. And so Jake Hager from behind had took out Wardlow. So both of these guys, they were fighting outside the ring. And so the referee tried to break these two up. And so they took their fight to the back. And so MJF, he had Floyd the Bat. How did Floyd the Bat get in the ring? I didn't see MJF get Floyd the Bat, but he had Floyd the Bat. I think it was set up in a corner or something like that. I saw it. Yeah, I did see it earlier. It was in the corner of the ring. So yeah, he grabbed the bat. He had Jericho with Floyd the Bat. And so yeah, the commentary team asked, "Did Floyd turn on Jericho?" So that was funny, man. And so MJF, he hit the Judas effect. He hit the Judas effect on Chris Jericho. So he hit Jericho with his own move, and he went for the cover. Referee counted 1, 2, 3. So MJF wins the match. MJF wins the match. But one problem was his foot was on the rope. Jericho's foot was on the rope, and so crowd was booing, and commentary team was going crazy, like, no, don't have this match in this way. And so yeah, so MJF won the match, and so the crowd was booing. The ring announcer already announced MJF as the winner and everything. And so you had another referee. We had another referee. I believe it was Paul Turner. He came out and he explained to Aubrey Edwards, who was the referee of this match, exactly what happened. That Jericho put his foot on the rope, and the referee also explained to Justin Roberts that Jericho put his foot on the rope, before the 3 count, and so yeah, the crowd had cheered when they saw Paul Turner come out explaining to the referee and Justin Roberts, and so the match had restarted. And so Jericho tried to go for that roll up, and MJF kicked out, and then MJF locked in the Salt of the Earth to Jericho, and then Jericho rolled. He turned it into a roll up, and then MJF kicked out, and so Jericho locked in the walls of Jericho to MJF, but MJF, he tried to fight out of it, and so MJF ended up tapping out. So this is his first loss, his first singles loss in AEW. So therefore, Chris Jericho wins the match, and his career is still alive. And then right after that, the Inner Circle, they came out and they celebrated with Jericho, and that was it, man. That was it with the match. That was it. MJF lost for the first time in his career, his AEW career, or a singles match in his first, or yeah, it's actually his second loss, because he lost to Jon Moxley in a championship match, but that was last year. But this year, this is his first loss this year. But yeah, man. Yeah, MJF losing, man. I kind of knew, I was split. Like it could have went either way with this. It could have went either way, but I was more on MJF. Like parts of me were more on MJF side, and other half of me was on part of Jericho's side. I don't want Jericho to retire, and then the other side of me said that, what sense would it make to have Jericho beat MJF? Like when MJF beat him like 3 times, like what makes you think that Jericho's gonna beat him a first time and all that stuff? So I was split. I didn't know what to think. But I'm glad Jericho's career is still alive. I don't think I don't think he's ready to retire yet. There's still a lot of guys I would love to see him in a ring with. CM Punk. You can put him in a ring with Punk again. Adam Cole. Jericho versus Adam Cole. I'd love to see that. Anybody, man. But yeah. So MJF wins the match. Not MJF. Jericho wins the match. So Chris Jericho wins the match. And yeah, Jericho's career is still alive. And so yeah, man, that was pretty much it with that. And what's next with MJF? MJF, he's gonna have an issue with that. He's gonna have an issue with that. He's gonna call out that referee that restarted the match and everything. So yeah, so it's not gonna be good for Paul Turner. And so yeah, man. So that was it with that. And right after that, man. So what's next, man? What's next with Chris Jericho and the Inner Circle and the Pinnacle? Is the feud officially over? Because we got the end off. If Jericho won a match, if Jericho lost the match, he retires. But Jericho won. He won the match. He finally beat MJF. He kept saying it over and over and over again. I gotta beat MJF. I have to beat him. I have to beat him. I have to beat him. I have to beat MJF. And he finally beat him. Finally beat him. So I'm guessing it's over. I'm guessing the feud is over. Because you got what you want. You beat MJF. You did it. So now move on. Who they gonna fight? Will they fight the Elite? Who? What faction are they gonna go after next? Who are they gonna feud with next? That's what I want to know. But yeah, but the feud with the Pinnacle and the Inner Circle, man, it's over, man. It has to end. Well, they have their own individual feuds, but the faction versus faction match need to end. But yeah, I think it's pretty much over with Jericho and MJF. Jericho is gonna probably move on to something else, and MJF, he's still gonna take issue with that, with the referee restarting the match and everything. But yeah, man, we just got to wait. We just have to wait and see, man. We just have to wait and see what happens next with this. But yeah, man, that was it with that. And so right after that, we had the match. We had Darby Allen with Sting in his corner versus CM Punk. So yeah, I thought this was the main event. But yeah, at that point, I was like, man, what happened to? I was like, man, what happened to the QT Marshall and the Paul White match? Did they cancel it? Because it wasn't on a pre-show. It wasn't on the buy-in. I was like, man, did they come to their senses and cancel the match? But that match was the co-main event. But yeah, so we had a body bag. We had a body bag that said "Best in the World" on it, and they had a person in the body bag, and they had somebody hanging from the helicopter in the body bag. So, and with "Best in the World" on it. So I don't know. I don't know what good is that. People are probably gonna have a problem with that because everything was going on and all that stuff in that other country, and people hanging from stuff and all that stuff. I don't know. People might take issue with that. But yeah. So yeah, we had Darby Allen versus CM Punk. So Darby Allen was stinging his corner versus CM Punk. So yeah, this is CM Punk's first match back in 7 years, bro. And so Punk, he came out to the ring. He did it. It's clobbering time. So he did it. It's clobbering time. And so he went to the ring. So that's his first one in 7 years, man. And so the crowd started singing along to Punk's theme music. And so yeah, Punk, he actually got new ring gear. He don't have his signature tights, but he has longer tights. He have longer tights with his emblems on it, with his designs on it, but it's not the short ones. It's not the short trunks. So yeah, man. And then Punk, he got in the ring with Darby Allen. He was sitting cross-legged in the ring, and so he had a holy shit chant from the crowd. And the match didn't even start yet. The match did not start yet, and we had a holy shit chant. And so yeah, Darby Allen, he took down Punk with an arm drag and everything. And so the crowd is going crazy for CM Punk because it's his hometown. And so yeah, we had a shoulder tackle to Darby, man. We had a shoulder tackle to Darby Allen. And then we had a welcome back chant from Punk. And so yeah. So Punk, he tried to go for the go to sleep early, but Darby, he fought out of it. He avoided it. And so we had a "You Still Got It" chant from Punk. And so Darby hit a coffin splash. He hit a coffin splash in the corner to CM Punk. And so Punk, he started throwing Darby Allen, or he threw Darby Allen rib first. He threw him rib first into the turnbuckle, not the turnbuckle, the ring post. He hit the ring post. Like he went through the second rope and he hit the ring post, and he landed outside of the ring. Nasty landing, man. So yeah, that looked like that hurt, bro. That looked like that hurt. Darby Allen is a crazy dude, man. He is a crazy dude. And so at that point, yeah, Punk, he took control of the match. We had a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker to Darby. You usually don't see the tilt-a-whirl backbreaker that much in wrestling, but he had that tilt-a-whirl backbreaker on Darby, and then Darby hit a stunner on Punk, and then Darby started slapping Punk, and then Darby hit the cold red to Punk, kicks out, and then Punk he had tripped up Darby Allen on the top rope, and so yeah, we had a top rope crossbody counter to Punk, so he countered it into a crossbody, and so yeah, Punk hit the go to sleep on Darby, but the move to go to sleep had knocked him out of the ring, so yeah, so the referee was counting to 10, and then Darby Allen made it back in the ring at like around 9, I think around 8 or 9. And so yeah, we had a corner knee. We had a corner knee to Darby Allen, followed up by a short arm clothesline, and then Punk signal for the go to sleep, And so Darby Punk tried to he hit the go to sleep, or he tried to hit the go to sleep, but Darby he fought out the go to sleep. And then Darby hit his explosive tope suicida. And then we had a senton bomb. So he followed up with a senton bomb to Punk outside the ring on the top rope. And so we had a "This is awesome" chant from the crowd. And, yes, it was awesome. And so, yeah, Darby Allen, he tried to go for the coffin drop. But, yeah, that was his first mistake, man. That was his mistake in the match. Probably a mistake that costed him in the end. So, yeah, instead of going for the coffin drop, he was playing to the crowd. He wanted to stick it to CM Punk by hitting him with his own taunt. So Darby Allen did the go to sleep taunt before he could hit the coffin drop. And so he went for the coffin drop. Punk, he sat up. He sat up like the Undertaker, like to move out of the way. Like he sat up, and Darby Allen he missed the coffin drop. And so yeah, Darby Allen he went for the Last Supper to Punk. He hit the Last Supper on Punk, and then Punk had kicked out. And so I gasped, man. Like I was like, dude, kick out. I was like, kick out, kick out. And because usually with that Last Supper, man, he usually get his opponents. He usually beat his opponents with that Last Supper. And so Punk he kicked out of the Last Supper. And so to end the match, man, we had Punk he had to go to sleep to Darby Allen to win the match. So CM Punk wins the match. And so right after the match, we had Sting. Sting came out to the ring and he checked on Darby Allen. And then Sting he went in the ring. He put his hand out to Punk to try to shake his hand and everything. And so Punk shakes Sting's hand. And so Punk and Darby they started to embrace. And so that was pretty much it with that. So really great match, awesome match. Great to see CM Punk back after 7 years. After 7 years, his first match back in 7 years, and he looked good, man. Looked really good tonight. He didn't look out of place. Like he knew his spots. Like dude was freaking good, man. Freaking great match. Like he haven't missed anything. He haven't missed a step. He didn't miss a step. Punk was great tonight, man. And Darby Allen, even though he lost, he still won. He still won. You in the ring with CM Punk, Brian. You in the ring with CM Punk. You're CM Punk's first opponent. You're his first opponent in the ring after 7 years. You're Punk's first opponent after 7 years. So yeah, he's the winner. He won this match. He won. They both won this match. There's no losers in this match, but there are winners in this match. Darby Allin and CM Punk are the winners in this match. And so yeah, man, I said this when the match was first built. When the match was first announced, I said this that Darby Allin, even if he lose, because he is gonna lose, he's still gonna look great in defeat. He still won this match. And so yeah, man, the next thing, yeah, I said this earlier. I said this time and time again throughout the show. I want to see what's next with these guys. I want to see what's next for Punk. Who will Punk go after next? Who will go after Punk next, or who will go after Punk next, or who will Punk go after next? Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I feel like a kid in a candy shop, man. A kid in a candy shop. You go into the candy shop as a kid. Your parents ever took you to a candy shop as a kid, and you want every single candy bar in the store, and your parents tell you you can't have all this candy. You only can have one candy. You can only have one candy bar. You can't have all this candy all at once. You gotta choose one candy bar. And so yeah, that's what we had to do. We had to wait. For with Punk to get through Darby first. So now we get into our next candy bar. We get into our next candy bar. Who's next? Who like? There's a long list, man. I'm telling you, there's a long list of guys I want to see Punk in the ring with. Who's next, man? Who's next? It could be Daniel Bryan. It could be Adam Cole. It could be Sammy Guevara. It could be Malachi Black. Yes. It could be Pac. It could be anybody, man. I'm telling you. The list is endless for everybody, man. The list is endless for Daniel Bryan, Adam Cole. A lot of these guys, man. They have a great roster, man. They have a great roster in AEW. That's why, man. That's why I'm saying I feel like a kid in a candy shop. Because I want to see Punk in the ring with all these guys. I want to see him in the ring with all these guys. And we're not going to be able to see it all at once. So we got to be patient. But yeah, man. I'm really, really excited, man. Really excited to see what's next for Punk. And so, yeah, so Punk, when he was making his way up to the stage, at first he was going through the heel tunnel. And then I was like, why is he going through the heel tunnel? And so, yeah, I think he tried to play with the crowd and all that stuff. He was like, should I go through this tunnel or should I go through this tunnel? Because you're not a heel. You got to go through the babyface tunnel. And so he went through the babyface tunnel. It was like this tunnel, and the crowd cheered. He was like, okay. He went through the babyface tunnel. And so, yeah, so that was it with that. Really good match, man. And so right after that, we had QT Marshall with the factory in his corner. That's Aaron Solo and Nick Comoroto. Still no Anthony Ogogo versus Paul White. So, yeah, with this match, I don't know why this match co-main evented the show. The Punk match should have co-main evented the show. Yeah, I was like, man, is this match gonna main event the show? Because at first I was like, man, CM Punk and Darby Allen, what happened to the QT Marshall and Paul White match? I was like, man, what happened to this match? I was like, man, cause I was like, oh, okay. I was like, oh, okay. There's a reason because we still haven't seen the AEW World Championship match yet. I was like, oh, yeah. I was like, okay. Because at first I thought that the Darby Allen and the CM Punk match was the main event. I thought the main event was now when we saw Punk and Daniel Bryan. I mean Punk and Darby Allen. But we still had two more matches left. I was like, oh, we still have the AEW World Championship match next. And so yeah, yeah, this match should have. I probably would have started off the match or started off the show with this match or put this match in the middle. But I don't know why this match came out some late. I don't know why it came out so late. Like I really don't know. And so yeah, so QT Marshall he had threw Aaron Solo into Paul White, and so Paul White had took out Aaron Solo, and so yeah, he took out Aaron Solo, and then White had took out Camarado, and then the Big Show started chopping QT, and then QT started targeting Paul White's hip, and so QT tried to hit the diamond cutter on White, but White had dodged it. And then Solo tried to get involved, and then White had took him out, and then Camarado tried to get involved, and then Show had took out Camarado. And then to end the match, we had a chokeslam. So Paul White hit a chokeslam to QT to win the match. So Paul White wins the match. And that was it. Really didn't care about this match. This is the only match on the show. This is the only match on the show that I did not care about. If you would have had this show, if you would have had this match off the show, this would have been a perfect show. 100% perfect show. But yeah, this is 99.99999% perfect. But yeah, you easily should have put this match on Dynamite. You should have easily put this match on Dynamite. Like, dude, this is a Dynamite match. Either that, put it on Dynamite, or put it on AEW Dark, or something, man. This is not a pay-per-view match. This is not a pay-per-view match. Like, I'm not a fan of the Factory. I'm really not. Like the Factory are a bunch of losers. Like they really are. QT, man, QT could be a great heel. He could be a great heel. I like the character. I like his character, but I don't like the faction. I really don't. I don't like the fact that he loses all the time. Like he could be a great heel, man. Like he is a great heel, man. I'm telling you. Like the dude is a jerk, man. He's a jerk. Like a really great heel, but the way that they booking him to lose and all this stuff, I don't like it. And like if you have him lose, if you have him and his guys lose over and over and over again, why should anybody care about the Factory? I think the best part about the Factory is Anthony Ogogo. That's what I gotta say. The Anthony Ogogo Anthony Ogogo is probably the best part of the factory. Now they don't have Anthony Ogogo. They don't have Anthony Ogogo right now. And then the Gun Club, man. Where does the Gun Club go after this? Because the Gun Club, they turn on Paul White. In the Gun Club, they're a part of the Nightmare family. They're a part of the Nightmare family, and they turn heel on Dynamite. So are they gonna align themselves with the factory? We need a follow up. We need a follow up on that. So we probably gonna get it on Dynamite. But yeah, man, are they gonna align themselves with QT in the factory? If that's so, I'll probably get rid of Solo. I'll probably get rid of Solo and replace him with the Gun Club, or get rid of Camarado and get rid of Anthony Ogogo and replace them with the Gun Club, a part of the factory. Maybe, I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. And then Paul White, man, Paul White. I don't know why he's in the ring. I really don't. The dude can barely walk. He can barely walk. But yeah, he's great. He's great on commentary. He's really great on commentary. So that's why I thought they brought him in there for. They brought him in there to be a commentator, not a wrestler. But maybe this is a one-off. Maybe it was a one-off, and they probably brought him in. And it's probably his last match. After that, hopefully it's his last match. But yeah, yeah. Keep him on commentary, man. Keep him on commentary. But the one thing I will say about Paul White, man, he has some great theme music, man. Great theme music. I love the theme music from Paul White. But yeah, man, I don't want to see him in the ring though. That's the thing. I don't want to see him in the ring. Keep him on commentary. So yeah, man, that was pretty much it with that. And so right after that, we had Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley spoke about Minoru Suzuki, and he told Suzuki, "Welcome to the jungle." You know, because Dynamite is gonna be at Jon Moxley's hometown. It's gonna be at his hometown and everything. And yeah, it's gonna be at his hometown in Cincinnati, Ohio. And they have a match on Dynamite on this Wednesday. And so he told Suzuki, "Welcome to the jungle." And so right after that, we had Malachi Black. He spoke backstage. And so yeah, oh yeah, Jon Moxley is another guy. Jon Moxley is another guy that I want to see Punk in the ring with. Jon Moxley, Adam Cole, Daniel Bryan. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, the list is endless. But yeah, Malachi Black, also another one. Malachi Black, he had spoke. He talked about Dustin Rhodes, and he talked about all the guys that he took out in the Nightmare family, the Lee Johnson, Brock Anderson, Arn Anderson, Cody Rhodes, and all that stuff. He bragged about how he took them out and everything. And so he basically, he told Dustin Rhodes to pay. It's time to pay for the Boltman toll. That's what he said. And so yeah, that was it with that. Before we get to the main event, man, let's talk about Dynamite. So Wednesday night Dynamite. So we have Jon Moxley versus Minoru Suzuki for Jon Moxley's homecoming on Dynamite. And also we have Ruby Soho. The Casino Battle Royale winner. She makes her AEW Dynamite debut. And then we have Dustin Rhodes versus Malachi Black next week on AEW Dynamite. And also on AEW Rampage, we have Pac versus Andrade El Idollo with Chavo Guerrero in his corner. Chavo Guerrero Jr. in his corner. So yeah, so that's the match card for next week for Dynamite, and the one match that was announced for Rampage. And so right after that, we had the main event, man. We had the main event, and it was for the AEW World Championship match. And so yeah, man, there's a reason why this match was the main event. At first, I thought Darby Allen and a Punk match was the main event, but this match ended up being the main event. I was like, man, something gotta go down. So yeah, this is exactly why this match was the main event of the show. So yeah, we had Christian Cage, who is the Impact World Champion, versus Kenny by God Omega, who is the AEW World Champion and a AAA Mega Heavyweight Champion, with Don Callis in his corner, the Invisible Hand. And so yeah, so Christian Cage, man, came out to the ring to his theme music. Man, I was hoping to see Christian Cage in his jumpsuit, that jumpsuit that he wore back in the day when he was in TNA. His later stage in WWE and into Impact Wrestling, when he had that shiny jacket, and just the whole shiny jumpsuit with the hood and everything. Like I really wanted to see him come out to that, but he came out in a jacket, but it wasn't that his signature jacket. But yeah, man. and then we had a V trigger. So we started off the match. Omega went for the V trigger, but Cage had escaped it, and so we had a kill switch. So Omega or Cage tried to go for the kill switch on Omega, and then both of these guys they were going after each other, and then both of these guys they were throwing each other into the guardrail outside the ring, and so we had a diving crossbody to Omega outside the ring, and Omega he threw Cage into the steel steps, and then Omega he had like a double foot stomp on Christian Cage, like he laid a table right on top of Cage, and while he was outside the ring, and he jumped off the ring apron and hit a diving foot stomp, a diving double foot stomp through the table, so the table had broke, and you had Don Callis distracting the referee the entire time, and so and then yeah, Christian Cage he started fighting back, and so Omega he had slam dunk Christian Cage's face, and he kicked out of the move, and so Omega he had knocked Cage off of the top rope. And so at one point, Omega he ended up botching the move. He had botched a guardrail moonsault. He had botched it, and he ended up hitting it anyway, but he modified it a little bit. And so yeah, really great recovery from Kenny Omega. And so they took it back into the ring. He had a Ushigoroshi to Cage, kicks out, a top rope hurricanrana to Omega. So at that point, crowd is split 50-50. And so both of these guys they are trading strikes. And then Omega tried to go for the "you can't escape" to Cage. And Cage, he literally escaped it. And so we had a "he escaped" chant from the crowd. So that was pretty funny. And so Cage hit a DDT or a reverse DDT to Omega. And so he followed up with a tornado DDT to Omega. Kicks out. And then Omega hit a V trigger to Cage in the corner. And we had a Snapdragon suplex to Cage. Snapdragon suplex. And we had another Snapdragon suplex to Cage. And then Cage had gave Omega the finger. And so Omega hit a third Snapdragon suplex. And so Omega at that point he hit a V trigger. He hit a V trigger to Cage that knocked him out. And so yeah. So they were fighting on a ring apron. And so Omega Cage he had speared Omega off of the ring apron on a table, through the table. And so outside the ring. And so we had a "this is awesome" chant from the crowd. So yeah, it was, man. Almost every match on this show is awesome. And so the referee was counting to 10. And then both of these guys, they made it back into the ring at 8. And so we had a spear to Omega in the back. So he hit him in the back with a spear. And he just hit a regular spear to Omega. And then Omega kicks out of the spear. 2 spears. And so Omega, he had blocked the frog splash by getting knees up. And so we had a series of knee strikes to Cage. And then we had a ripcord V trigger to Cage. And then we had a cloverleaf submission move to Omega. And then at that point, Callis, he had sent out the Good Brothers to come out to the ring. And so Good Brothers had came out. And so Omega, he accidentally V triggered Gallows by accident. And so Cage, he had hit the kill switch. He had the kill switch on Omega. Omega kicks out. At that point, I thought that was it. And so Callis, he got in the ring. He tried to do something to Cage. He tried to blindside him from behind, and so Cage saw it coming. And so he had chased off Callis outside the ring. And so Callis ran away. And so Cage, both of these guys, they were fighting on the top rope. Cage tried to hit a avalanche kill switch, but Omega went out right after Cage's eyes, and so Omega hit an avalanche one-winged angel on the top rope, and at that point I was like, that is it. Nobody has ever kicked out of the one-winged angel. What makes you think that somebody's going to kick out of an avalanche one-winged angel? So yeah, so Omega beats Christian Cage with the avalanche one-winged angel, which was a cool spot, awesome spot in that match. And so yeah, therefore Kenny Omega wins the match and is still the AEW World Champion. And so right after the match, we had the Elite. So yeah, we had the Young Bucks that came out and they celebrated with Omega. You know, the Bucks, they limped out to the ring because they had one hell of a match against the Lucha Bros. And so yeah, they ganged up. So the Super Elite, they took out Christian Cage. And so yeah, the Jurassic Express, they came out to try to even up the odds, but they were outnumbered by the Elite, the Super Elite. And so so the crowd started chanting yes, 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 yes. So we all knew Daniel Bryan was gonna show up tonight. And so so Omega he had said that nobody's on his level. He grabbed the mic. He said nobody's on his level, and he's proven it time and time again. The only people that's on his level, you know, are the only people that's worthy to fight me, or the only person that have a chance against me. They're either not here, or they're somewhere else, or even dead. And so the crowd had popped for that one, and so the lights had shut off. The lights had shut off, bro. The lights had shut off, and so you heard some music. You saw Adam Cole, man. You saw a Titantron that said Adam Cole, baby. And so Adam Cole shows up tonight. Adam Cole is all elite, baby. He's all elite, baby. And so Adam Cole he came out to the ring. Everybody was going crazy. Everybody marked out. I marked out. Everybody across the globe marked out. I was screaming on top of my lungs, bro. My favorite wrestler, man, Adam Cole showed up tonight. And man, came out to the ring. Came out to the ring. And he went in the ring. And we thought that he was gonna attack the Elite by himself. And that wasn't the case. He super kicked Jungle Boy. He super kicked Jungle Boy in the face. So he showed his allegiance tonight. So he showed his true colors tonight. So Adam Cole is a part of the Elite now. He's a part of the Elite. And so Adam Cole he had grabbed the microphone. He grabbed the microphone and he said nobody can stop us. He hugged the Bucks. He hugged the entire Elite. He hugged those guys. He said that nobody can stop us. Nobody can stop us. And so man. And so you heard Daniel Bryan theme music. I was shocked that we didn't hear the final countdown. It would have been so perfect if we would have heard the final countdown. But we heard his old theme music in WWE, but it's a remix version of his theme song, but he had like a beat to it. I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I like it. Daniel Bryan coming out to rap music, man. I don't know about it. I kind of like the final countdown. I want the final countdown to come out. I want him to use the final countdown. But I think they'll change it up later on. They'll change up his theme music later. But the theme music I don't like the theme music too much for Daniel Bryan. But well I just don't like the beat. Like it had the beat like the rap version of his song. No. But so Daniel Bryan came out. The crowd was going crazy again. Everybody was marking out. I was marking out, screaming on top of my lungs, bro. That Daniel Bryan came out, or Bryan Danielson. And so man, so Daniel Bryan he stood on the babyface's side. So he stood on Christian Cage side and the Jurassic Express side. And so they ended up fighting. They ended up fighting. So the Elite fought off. So the Elite and the Jurassic Express and Christian Cage, they fought the Elite. And so the babyfaces they got the upper hand. They got the upper hand on the Elite. And so that was it, man. So that was it, man. The match itself was freaking awesome, man. It was a great match, awesome match. And Daniel Bryan, bro, Daniel Bryan and Adam Cole. You had Adam Cole and then Daniel Bryan. I was like, man, oh my gosh, man. Yes, I'm so happy for these guys. So happy. So happy for Adam Cole, Daniel Bryan, or Bryan Danielson showing up tonight, showing up on Dynamite. Not Dynamite, showing up on All Out. They will be on Dynamite, but they showed up on All Out. Yes, man. Nights, I'm telling you, man, nights like this is the main reason why I love professional wrestling. Main reason why I love pro wrestling. Like, I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say, man. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for these guys to see what's next. Daniel Bryan, with CM Punk, man. Daniel Bryan versus CM Punk, I can see it, man. I can see it. Adam Cole versus CM Punk, I can see it. Adam Cole versus anybody on that roster. Adam Cole versus Jungle Boy. Adam Cole versus a Christian Cage. Adam Cole versus anybody, man. It could be a Malachi Black, Sammy Guevara. And I said this. I said this on my Facebook post. I said this on my Facebook post on one time. That one message that I showed you guys on the show. That gotten over a lot of likes on that post. And a lot of people laughed at me. Like some people liked my comment, some people disagreed, some people laughed at my comment of the thought of Adam Cole showing up on AEW. And I said, dude, Adam Cole is gonna show up on a stage. He's gonna show up where there's a big stage. And what bigger stage is there than AEW? What other stage is there than AEW? Like if Adam Cole left WWE, where exactly would he have gone? He wasn't gonna go to Impact Wrestling. He wasn't gonna go to New Japan Pro Wrestling. He wasn't gonna go to Ring of Honor or MLW or anywhere else. He was gonna show up in AEW, and I said that. I said that. And the people that laughed, where are y'all now? Where are y'all now? Saying that, oh, AEW is not the only company. And AEW is not the only company and all that stuff. Where else would you think he's gonna show up? Where else do you think he was gonna show up? He was gonna show up at AEW, a big stage, and you heard the pop that he got. You heard the pop that he got. The freaking the people in that arena, man. The roof nearly blew off the building. The roof nearly blew off the building with both of these guys showing up. I'm telling you, man. Most of these guys are gonna go to AEW. Most of these free agents are gonna go to AEW because AEW is the bigger stage than anywhere else. You could call it. Oh, they signed a former WWE talent. You can call them. Oh, dude, screw you, man. Who cares? Who cares? They can go wherever they want to go. If they want to go to AEW, let them go to AEW. If Tony Khan wants to sign them, let him sign them. They are a perfect fit in AEW. They are a perfect fit in AEW, man. A perfect fit in AEW. And yeah, man. I'm telling you, man. So excited, man. I can't wait for Dynamite. I cannot wait for Dynamite. Cannot wait for Dynamite. We will see Adam Cole on Dynamite. They haven't announced it yet, but we will see Adam Cole on Dynamite. Hey, we might see him on an episode of Being the Elite. We're gonna see him on an episode of Being the Elite, so that's really cool. Really cool to see Adam Cole back. But yeah, man. Oh my God, man. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, bro. What a night. What a night of wrestling. What a night of wrestling. Arguably the best pay-per-view this year. The best pay-per-view this year. The best pay-per-view this year. I'm calling it right now, man. We're not even done yet. We're not even done with 2021 yet. We still got Full Gear. We still got what else? What other pay-per-view they got that's coming up? Full Gear, and I think that's it. Full Gear. We had Double or Nothing. We had Revolution. And we had All Out. So what's next? Revolution. So yeah, man. Yeah. Oh yeah, we got Bound for Glory. We got Bound for Glory too, man. We got Bound for Glory with AEW, Impact Wrestling, AAA, and New Japan Pro Wrestling, right? Yeah, New Japan Pro Wrestling. Yeah, New Japan, Impact, AEW, and AAA. Yeah. So that Bound for Glory show too. So you gotta keep an eye out for that Bound for Glory show. But yeah, man. So that might end up being number 2. I don't know. But man, oh my gosh, man, I just can't wait. This is a great show tonight. Awesome show. Awesome show. And I don't even know what else to say, man. I don't know what else to say. I'm really happy for these guys, man. Happy for Adam Cole, Daniel Bryan, Ruby Soho, and all these other people that showed up tonight. CM Punk, everybody, man. That's a free agent right now. I'm happy for them, man, because the sky's the limit. The sky's the limit for everybody. That's a free agent right now. They can go anywhere they want, make a name for themselves. Man, man, oh man, oh man. Yes. And I'm telling you, man, I was like, man, oh, I hope he does. I was like, man, I hope he does not sign. I was like, I hope Adam Cole does not re-sign with the WWE. I hope he does not re-sign with the WWE. And I was like, man, like a small part of me was like, man, he's gonna resign. He's gonna resign. He's gonna be on the main roster and all that stuff. And I was like, 100. Like the other side of me is like, no, he's not gonna resign. He's going to AEW. Gonna AEW. But yeah, he's here, man. He's here in AEW, man. I wonder what everybody in WWE is thinking right now. Vince McMahon, Triple H. Dude, that was Triple H guy, man. Adam Cole was Triple H guy. And Vince McMahon ran him out of the company. Vince McMahon ran Adam Cole out of that company, out of WWE. If I'm Triple H, man, if I'm Triple H, I am pissed right now that Vince McMahon ran my top guy out of the WWE, and now he's on the enemy side. He's on AEW side. Forget about it, man. Forget about it. I would never forgive that man. If I'm Triple H, I would never. If I'm Triple H, I'll never forgive Vince McMahon. I'll never forgive him. You ran my top guy. You ran my top guy out of the WWE, and he's on AEW. But yeah, yep, it's their loss, man. They are a bunch of idiots, man. They are a bunch of idiots for letting Adam Cole walk out of the WWE, letting his contract expire, and have him become a free agent, not knowing that he was a free agent, and just letting him walk away. Not even giving him a deal, not even offering him a great deal, not even giving him a reason to stay. You just let him walk. You just let him walk away. You just let him walk away, and I don't feel bad for WWE not once. I don't even feel bad for them. I don't even feel bad for them. You let the best wrestler on the face of this earth leave your company and go to AEW, man. That's AEW's gain, bro. That is AEW's gain. Adam Cole, the sky's the limit with this guy. The sky's the limit with this guy. The matches that he will have on AEW. Adam Cole, he will be the AEW World Champion. Mark my words, man. He will be the AEW World Champion. He will be AEW World Champion. Mark my words. Mark my freaking words. Daniel Bryan will be AEW World Champion. Now all these other guys, CM Punk, eventually, don't know when, but they're gonna be champion one day. They will be champion one day. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. That was it, man. This is a long show, man. A very long show. And yeah, man. And yeah, if you like this video, man, what are you waiting for, man? Hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, if you're watching The Ryan Awesome Show for the first time ever, hit that subscribe button. And right next to that subscribe button, there's a bell. Make sure you click on that bell so we're the first ones to know my next video is uploaded, because I am here each and every single week. So make sure you hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. And yeah, man. And I'll see you guys. Oh yeah, follow me on Twitter at Ryan Awesome Show. And share this video, man. Share this video with each and every single person that you come across on a day-to-day basis. And yeah, man. Comment down below. Tell me how you felt about the show. Did you watch it? Did you not watch it? Was it good? Was it bad? What was it? How did you guys felt about about All Out? And yeah, man. And I'll see you guys on Tuesday. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. If they haven't changed it yet, I'll see you guys on Tuesday for NXT. Well, Monday. I'm gonna do something on Monday for the Pro Wrestling Crate. I promise you. I'll get something on Monday for the Pro Wrestling Crate. And yeah, I'll see you guys on Monday, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday for NXT, and then Wednesday for AEW Dynamite, and then Thursday for Impact Wrestling, and then Friday for AEW Rampage. And yeah, man, see you guys then. And yeah, man. And once again, guys, thank you for the support, the love, and the support for the show. Thank you, and thank you. And yeah, man. And this has been the Ryan Awesome Show. Take care, stay safe, and don't forget to be awesome. And that's that.